I do understand you've had a busy morning because prisoners like Paul Whelan and Evan Gershkovich, the Wall Street Journal reporter, were freed in an elaborate prisoner swap between Russia, the United States, and some other Western countries. What's your reaction to the news?
Well, I was overjoyed to hear it. Vladimir Kara-Murza was one of the individuals released. He's got a green card in America. His wife and children are American citizens. They live in Virginia. He was an op-ed for the Washington Post and other papers writing about Russia, and it's a great hero. He's a hero to me. I met him, got to know him well. I know his family. He came to me one day and he said, "Don't you think the organization, the OSCE, Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, of which I'm a member from the United States, should have a special representative of the prisoners?" And I'd never thought about it. We had special representatives on anti-Semitism and certain other issues. And I said, "Well, that makes sense. It does make sense." And he said, "Well, would you get in touch with the president and suggest that we do that?" And I said, "I'll be happy to." And I did, and I know he did too. And then he came to me one day and he said, "I think you'd be a good special representative. Would you be willing to serve?" And I said, "It'd be an honor." And I was appointed. And I know in retrospect, he knew he went back to Russia, he was going to be arrested. And he was going to be a political prisoner. And he was looking for me to look after him, which I did. And he told me that the worst nightmare, the worst thing that can happen to a political prisoner is to be forgotten. And every chance I could, I'd let people know about Vladimir Kara-Murza, his heroism. He'd twice been poisoned by Russians and thought he was close to death. People thought he was going to die, and he didn't. And yet he went back. He said, "I must go back. I'm a Russian politician. I cannot be outside the country when my people are in the country and trying to get freedom, democracy, and a free Russia. We will have a free Russia." So we went back and he got arrested on trumped-up charges. He made a speech at the University of Arizona State about the war in Ukraine. He didn't call it a special military operation. He was sentenced to 25 years. He was in ill health. I thought he would die in prison like Navalny. So I was happy. I was certainly happy for Gershkovich too, and then for the lady that was with the Radio Free Europe, and for Paul Whelan. There are others that should be released too. There's a lady there, I think she was an actress or a ballerina, and she gave $50 or $25 to some group in Ukraine, and she's serving a long time, and she's an American citizen. There are others there. There's a teacher who I think had a small amount of pot, and he's been sentenced to many, many years. So I was happy today. It was a great day. President Biden was at his best. He's a diplomat. Secretary Blinken worked with him, and of course Jake Sullivan, and they got the job done. It took a long time, and they pulled Germany and Poland and Norway and Slovenia to be involved in this. They all gave up something. Some of them, I don't think they haven't got anything. There were a couple of Germans released from Russia. There were several friends of Navalny in Russia who were released. I guess they'll come to the West. But it was a great day for diplomacy. It was a great day for freedom, and it's wonderful to see these people united with their families, particularly Vladimir Kara-Murza. He's one of my heroes for all time.
Have you been able to talk with him today?
No, I don't think anybody has. He's not in good health. He's been taken to Ramstein Air Base in Germany, which has a wonderful medical facility, and that's where his wife and children were taken to meet him. He had problems with his feet. He'd been in solitary confinement for, I think, 2 years. And he had some problems to start with, and they become worse. So he's going to be in the hospital, I'm sure, for a while. Hopefully they can correct whatever problems he has or cure whatever problems he has. He can return to America. I sent him an email and just said, "Welcome home, pal." And I sent Evgenia an email and said how happy I was for her. It was just about 3 weeks ago, or maybe a month, at the democracy movements dinner in Washington, and I presented an award to she and her husband at that dinner. And she's done a great job representing his views, articulating the need for a free Russia, and trying to replace Vladimir, which is impossible to do, but she's done a great job. They're a remarkable couple.